It's your boy Speed here, and I'm going to show you how to win on Medusa while going 0-10. You think I'm kidding? No, this guy actually won going 0-10 on my team. But in all seriousness, what I'm going to be showing you guys is a 16-0 Witch Doctor performance. This is just the funniest thing I've ever looked at. When Either way, you know, the offlane animage nearly carried the enemy team, but alas, it wasn't enough. He ended up breaking his items because the Witch Doctor offlane is just too OP. But nonetheless, I'm going to show you guys how to use this very, very overpowered strategy. And yes, it does require a friend. To be fair, you can do this without an IO, but I honestly think with IO, it's just like 3 times as good. Let me explain the premise of this build. Okay, Witch Doctor got some buffs recently. Major buffs. This is the 3rd highest win rate hero in Dota right now. Why? Death Ward is now pure. The key to getting good Death Ward usage is basically get to level 12. When you hit level 12, the damage nearly doubles and it does pure damage, and that includes your shard, right? 110 pure damage. If you hit someone 10 times, which isn't a lot, it does 1100 damage. It's not hard to hit someone 10 times. You could cask them, and if they can't cancel it, you will probably hit them 10 times with Death Ward. And once again, for perspective, if I go to Queen of Pain, a hero with a pure damage nuke, her ulti at level 18 does 650 pure. Now, to be fair, it's AoE, it pushes people away, right? It does things, it does different things, but this ability, if not canceled, is broken. I'm not just saying that, it genuinely is. This is why this hero is top 3 in win rate. On top of that, they buff cask. It is now a 0.1 second bounce delay. It's so good for chain stunning people. It's incredible, right? It's just so much better at stunning people who are close together now, because previously on Witch Doctor, if they weren't smack on top of each other, it didn't stun them. It wouldn't chain stun. Now you can chain stun reasonably reliably, or at least keep people stunned much longer. So yeah, let's get into it. The reason why this lane is broken is Witch Doctor heals for 10. If you're tethered to IO and you heal IO, you then get that healing back. So you heal yourself for 10, and then IO gives you 60% of that back, so you heal instead for 16. Then when you hit level 2, you heal yourself for 22, and let's assume IO's level 3 and he skills up tether again, you then get 80%, and then you're healing for 40, right? That is so much heal, and you're also healing IO at the same time, and IO's healing you all the meanwhile. And so yeah, this lane is broken because basically, I don't even have to buy tangos. I recently played a game where I didn't buy tangos. I just bought a stick, and it doesn't matter because you have so much healing. So I somewhat regret buying the tangos, but look at this. Clockwork thinks he can run into us, right? He's like, oh, I got battery assault. This ability's pretty good for trading. Nope, joke's on you, kid. I'm full HP, IO's gonna heal up. He almost dies to a blood grenade, like literally lives on 1 health. Didn't want to chase him because I didn't want to miss every single CS. But yeah, 4 CS on the wave. Zone out the Clockwork completely. That guy's completely screwed. And now we full heal, right? I'm literally full HP, even after getting gone on by Clockwork. Also, if you guys are interested in more 7.34 content and want to get a jump on the patch, over on the Game League website, it's currently 50% off, but over on the Game League website, I'm going to be making a ton of content basically talking about the new builds that you can go, the new heroes you can try, and all the new strategies you can use for this new patch. So if you're interested in that, this is the time to sign up. This is currently 50% off. All you got to do is use the code SUMMER in the checkout. And yeah, hope to see you guys there. Click the link down below. And let's get back into the video. Now at level 2, things of course get even better, because with Overcharge, IO heals you even more, and all you have to do is stun and click IO's Overcharge at the same time. Because it gives you 35 attack speed on both heroes, you stun someone and then you hit them, it does a lot of damage. Also, I buy Bassi, and the reason why is, well, it's kind of like the healing. You give 1 mana regen to allies. So if I give IO 1 mana regen, he then gives it back. And then once again, when he hits level 3 or 4, whenever he decides to take level 2 tether, I get even more. And so it just allows IO to have more mana and spam his E as much as he wants. I will say sometimes I think buying boots is a good idea, just because the boots allow you to kite and avoid dying from full, which is the only way you really die. You're never gonna get chipped down, right? So sometimes having boots immediately is nice. Perfect CS. A big thing with this build is the pressure you're gonna put on, you need to balance it with good CS. When you're pushing in the wave and you're healing and you're trading, you're gonna get the creeps low, right? And you're gonna constantly push the wave. And so just be aware of that. Primarily focus on hitting them when the creep wave is full HP. Then you're gonna tank the creep wave a little bit. You turn on your heal and you focus on last hitting. And this is the order in which I play the majority of lanes, and it's gonna let you guys get to the next level. Literally a simple idea like that. Hit, then heal, CS, and then when the creeps are getting low, you can start hitting again. You'll see in this clip here, when I get my mana boots, I go from 200 mana to 486. It's just like you just full heal mana. I got 280 mana from clicking mana boots, which is unbelievable. It's so much damn mana. It's crazy. And then yeah, from there, honestly, at this point, you can look to dive towers. With level 2 heal and a point in Maledict and a point in stun, which sometimes I think it's okay to just take level 2 stun. It scales pretty well, right? It's 2 more bounces. But I do like the Maledict. It's just a lot of damage. And that's kind of what you're going to see here, right? Maledict into the stun, and we're easily able to push this guy out of the lane. And this is basically what we do in the majority of lanes that we play like this. And most carries struggle, right? Most carries will kind of have this problem where once I hit level 4, it's very easy to zone out the support who's trying to trade with us, and then we move on to the carry. We drop a Maledict, and realistically, we don't even have to hit him. I'm happy to hit him here because he runs away from the tower, so I'm not going to pull tower aggro. But if he runs into the tower, I can just kind of kill him with my heal and the occasional auto, right? If I can avoid pulling tower aggro. It's super, super easy. Then from there, we're going to pick up a magic wand, just kind of get an HP pool, prevent myself from getting bursted from full, right? Don't want to die. Just want to make sure the heals kick in. Now after that, things get really fun with farming. We managed to take the tower pretty early on here, right? 7-minute tower. Beastmaster gets pushed away. I'm tripling his last hits. This game was hard though, because like we're 2k behind, even though we're tripling Beastmaster's CS, which is so funny. My other lanes got walloped. But don't worry, this strategy is so good that it actually can carry. Yeah, so we found that they had some stacks here, which I decided to stack up again. So just going full efficiency. Look at this. Oh, it's so nice. Right? And typically the problem with Witch Doctor Core, I'm not gonna lie, you can sustain, right? But typically you can't farm like this until you have Soul Ring. Because then when you have Soul Ring, you can drop mana boots, click Soul Ring, and it gives you enough mana to do things like that. But with just mana boots as like normal Witch Doctor, you can't really play like that. And so this is why IO is so broken. But yeah, also in this clip here, this is the power of the Witch Doctor, right? Look at this, they can't kill IO. It's the level 3 heal. Also the stun, you'll see. Well, I stunned to chase the Beastmaster, so not really the stun. But yeah, look at this. They try to all in the IO, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. The heal's kicking in. He probably popped overcharge too, popped his magic wand. Maybe he had a Lotus as well, and they just couldn't get the job done, right? Death Ward comes out, shreds Primal Beast, even though he has armor with the phase boots. Just doesn't matter, and we can go back to farming. And yeah, from there, I'm typically just gonna farm, right? The main thing I wanna do is hit my Holy Locket. The Holy Locket's gonna amp the heals even further, which is obviously insane, right? It's pretty unbelievable, and you'll see it come into play in a moment. Also, when you're trying to kill people, I just want to quickly show you the execution. It's very, very simple, but want to make sure you guys have a pretty clear idea. So we ended up reloading mid, didn't get a kill, but the Clockwork wasn't paying any attention, and so yeah, we just dropped the stun, dropped the Maledict, and dropped the ult. And if the hero can't cancel it, you'll kill them. Now, Clockwork can, but he messed up. He kind of panicked and died. He could have cogged me back, and honestly, he might have lived, but either way, I don't mind making those plays. You might be like, oh, isn't it a wasted Death Ward if you don't kill him? Not really, because honestly, your hero is so useful without it, right? The heal is the main thing. I'm not even that concerned about Death Ward in the early game. It's good, but it's like really good at level 12. I'll literally use Death Ward. It's a 60-second cooldown, really short. I'll just use it to kick the carry out of lane. Like if I'm against some sort of PA, right? Or I'm against an Animage and I can get a nice stun into Death Ward and do like half their health, I'll often do it. I'll just take him out of the fight. Now from there, you're gonna max your stun. And the reason why this is so good, and I actually decide, so if I'm playing Witch Doctor without IO, at level 10, I take Voodoo Restoration mana per second because you have like huge mana problems. With IO, especially if he's spamming Soul Ring on you, you don't have mana problems. And so you can take the last point and stun. And with 8 bounces, the stun does 25 more damage per bounce. It shreds neutral creeps, right? Like, look, you can. This is why this hero is a good core. You can kill neutrals like crazy. When you have maxed out cast, it basically one-shots creep waves, right? Normal lane creeps, and one neutral camp, right? It's very, very strong. And look at this fight here, right? This is the power of the Witch Doctor, just the healing. Even though we're getting walloped, like, look at, my team is so poor. We're getting walloped. I mean, this game's not even, it's really a beatdown. Like a beatdown. But we're top net worth. We popped the Holy Locket on my Ember. I give him mana. He was getting mana burn by Am. I popped my Holy Locket on him, which I probably should have used it on IO because it will actually give more. IO at max gives 120%. It's 20% extra. So I think I was afraid he was going to die, right? But either way, we go in. I'm probably looking... I considered maledicting this guy. Maybe I should have. That was a shitty Death Ward. I should have waited for the battery assault. Oh, the Spirit Vessel in the backpack sucks too. Kind of griefing this fight a little bit. But yeah, I think I was kind of afraid that the Animage would man up for too long, so I wanted to kick him out of the fight. Because once again, I don't really mind using it to just drop people low. Sometimes in the early game fights, it can be hard to get a good Death Ward because it's channeled. But yeah, look at this healing. I mean, this is nuts. So as I get Ghana, it kind of looks like I'm dead, but my IO obviously is going to tether to me, which is a huge play on his part, and I'm going to start double healing. And the double healing early, right, was crazy. But now it's 46. He's giving me 120% of that, So it's like 100 healing almost, just from IO. And then I'm Holy Lock it, and he's mech, right? And so I'm amping the healing that I'm giving myself and to him. And so it's probably like 130, 140 healing. And then he's going to mech me, and I'm going to Holy Lock it. Right? I mean, it's crazy. Look at the healing. They're trying to burst me. It looks like they're going to burst me. And they're probably like, what the hell is happening? How is this guy not dead? And then I get Grave, which I didn't even technically need. I never even dropped to 1 HP. But still, we're just still healing. And now I'm 800 HP. And the fight continues on, but we somehow managed to just kind of edge out this fight as we take down the beast, we take down the clock. My Spear Vessel comes in. The Anti-Mage had to leave. We get a good cask. Cask comes back up, and look how much damage it did. I just want to kind of replay the end of that there. Right, the last cask does so much damage, and it bounces so fast now, where it's hard for people to kite out. Right, bounces back, hits them, bounces again. That cask did 137. The last one did like 170. Cask does so much damage. Right, so much damage, and we force this guy to TP out with the Maledict Spear Vessel. And now, most games, honestly, I really like the Spear Vessel. It felt great. It gave me some damage, some armor, which the hero kind of lacks, a little bit of mana regen, a lot of stats, right? And I felt like I really threatened people with just like casual Maledict and Spear Vessel. Because Maledict does damage based on how much health they lose. And if someone's full HP, Spirit Vessel does a ton of damage because it does percentage-based damage. I really did buy it, like specifically the reason why I bought Vessel this game is because of the fact that my team was kind of feeding, and so I felt that I needed damage, like I needed some source of damage, but honestly it's probably just good in general. Now I want to show you guys the power of the Death Ward. Also at this point in the game, I got People's Gift and I picked up an Atos. My team just kind of lacked control because our only stun, we had IO Dazzle supports and our only stun or disable is Chains. So I was like, okay, we kind of need a little bit of disable. It feels good, right? It definitely feels good to drop the Atos and kind of keep this guy in place. But yeah, Cask comes out, that's going to bounce between the illusions, so it's going to chain stun him, and look at this damage. Right, and I can't stress this enough, because it's pure, a hero like Primal Beast usually would eat it up because he's got armor from Blade Mail, armor from Face Boots, he's gonna pop Uproar and get bonus armor, like a lot of bonus armor, it's 4 per stack, he can get up to 20 bonus armor. I mean, this guy, he's not gonna die to physical typically, he's getting reduced a bit from corrosion and dazzle spells, but it's just so much, right, to play this in 1-time speed, look at this. It's chunking the guy. Right? I get canceled, which is obviously the downside of Death Ward as an ability. It's something you have to keep in mind and be careful about. But once again, this guy has to hookshot me for nothing, just to cancel my Death Ward. It's not for nothing, but it's not like it's the end of the world. I'm still going to be able to drop Maledicts. I'm going to heal up my entire team. I'm going to get another stun off. I'm going to drop Vessels. I don't really care. And from there, look at the sequence. I mean, it's just so much farming because you never run out of resources, especially with the IO. It's just from camp to camp to camp, right? Just clearing everything, literally just clearing everything, dragging camps together with the W, then throwing the stun, right? Pulling another camp out, stunning that, clearing that, gonna hit level 15. And a big part of this game that helped us is my IO's level 13, right? This guy's huge. And I have no idea what this Beastmaster is doing in this clip here, but he does kind of die. Like he gets stunned with his units. Look at this damage. Oh my god, oh! And the spell amp with the overcharge makes it look crazy too, because it does amp the Death Ward. Alright, and this is the last clip I'm going to show you guys for this video, only because hopefully you get the point at this point. If you want to scale in terms of items, there's a lot of things you can do. You can go Greaves if your team has no mech buyer, right? If you're playing this without IO. It's kind of hard to play this without IO. You can do it. I've won most of my Witch Doctor games in pubs where I don't have an IO too. But you have to constantly drop your mana boots and pop Soul Ring. They just buff Soul Ring too. It's actually really, really good. So they decrease the cost and increase the mana. So Soul Ring's much better now. I'm a big fan of the item. Yeah, in this clip, I mean, look at this, right? Typically, Anti-Mage is a hero that resists Death Ward to some extent, but like, just gets melted. You know, probably did like 1k pure damage to him there. That's a buyback from the Anti-Mage. You love to see it. He's done and mentally broken. You know, he can't stand the Witch Doctor. He's like, how in the world is a Witch Doctor cooking my whole team? And also, I just want to show you this clockwork here. Look at, he's got 2.1k HP. This is a tanky son of a gun, right? The Atos allows the Maledict to be reliable. And then, as I said, the Spirit Vessel, it's just a lot of damage, right? With the Maledict, it's a lot of max HP damage. I auto-attacked this guy like 3 times. Okay, I hit him like, I guess I hit him like 5 times. But to be fair, right, the Maledict Vessel just kind of ticking and ticking and ticking. And eventually he just kind of dies to Maledict, right? Oh, and last thing I want to show you guys. So I will say, as you scale into the late game, you can decide to go BKB and take the Death Ward talents. It's definitely an option. Like, the Death Ward at 25 used to suck. Now it's kind of good. I will say that the max health Voodoo Restoration heal and damage is insanely good because it's your max health. So it's a lot, right? It really is quite a lot. However, the Death Ward damage, now that it's pure, scales incredibly well into the late game. So it's something to keep in mind. I actually think at level 25, I might start taking Death Ward damage due to the change. But in this clip here, with the Maledict Burst talent, it's unbelievable what this spell does. it goes from 40% to 65% lost health burst damage, right? That's insane. If they lose 100 HP, they take 65 magic damage. So if someone loses 1,000 health, right, from when you maledict them, they take 650 damage. That is insane damage. And so a hero like Primal Beast with the high HP pool gets demolished, right? He pops his heals, which is good. The way to counter maledict is to heal fast, right? Because healing, it does damage based on how much health you've lost since the casting of maledict, right? And that's why it can do so much damage. As look at the first tick, boom, right? Like 400 damage. And now this guy's lost like 2k HP. And so the maledict will do like almost 1,000, right? Obviously, look at that. It did 1,300. Oh my God. That is crazy how much damage it does. And same thing for this guy. Maledict, cask on the camp, Spear Vessel. I just solo kill him with Maledict Vessel. Right, thank you guys so much for watching. This hero's crazy, it's so fun. I had to make a video on it because I'm just so passionate about this hero right now. It's like such a fun hero. This like Vessel Maledict plus 20 is like nuts. It just solo kills heroes. Yes, it can be dispelled, not Maledict, but Vessel. But still, you know, it's just crazy. But alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace!
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace!